So, I hope you guys are doing good. I am going to make this video. I made a post, and I'm just going to read this post before I go deeper into it. So, basically, I made a post that was like 3 pieces of advice, and it was don't talk, act, don't say, show, don't promise, prove. And my brother, who made a very, very beautiful point, I'm not bringing this up to, like, I'm trying to clarify for him because what he said is spot on, and I agree 100%. I just feel like the perception is not in the right place. So my brother said, why do we need to act? Who are we performing for? Why do some people need to see things in order to give respect that's due? Why does anything need to be proven? And you are correct, my brother. 100% agree with you, by the way. Let's start with the proving thing first. I would suggest you not go out of your way to prove anything to anyone. There's only one person here that you should be willing or wanting to prove things to. Well, that's not necessarily true, but let's clarify. So there is one person here you want to prove things to, build up trust, show actions towards, etc. And that is you. And in order to prove things to yourself, you do have to act and show. You see what I mean? So, and to go to the acting part, who are we performing for? We're performing for ourselves, brother. It is a game of form in the play of life. So, you do want to perform. You know what I mean? You just want to be yourself and at peace with your heart and mind and perform. But it's not really an act. It's the true you. It's the real you living. The act of living itself through you is magic at this point. Once you fully accept and admit who you are and you fully believe in what you have accomplished here, you become the truth. You become the way, and you become the light. Really think about that. Seriously, really think about that. So now let's get into proving things to other people, because there are some people you wouldn't want to prove things to, in my opinion. So let's say you have a girlfriend or wife, or you met your soulmate, boyfriend, whatever here. Well, you would want to prove to them that you're the type of person they could spend their life with. If you have children, you would want to prove to them you're a good example and a good father or mother. Or if you had friends, you would want to prove that you are, and it's not even the act of proving, it's showing. You see what I'm saying? Because in the act of being yourself and putting these things out into the world, you are acting, you are showing, and you are proving. However, you're not really acting, showing, and proving anything, because you're being yourself. And by being yourself, your true authentic self, you destroy all doubts. There is nothing to be proved at that point, because you are the example. So that's just my humble opinion on it. So now let's go even deeper into it on why actions and proof is necessary and needed. So it's okay, like you do have to get good with yourself internally, and you will be alone a lot of that time doing that, and that's where the shit gets done at. That's where the magic happens at initially. That's where it starts to bloom at. However, there's a difference in doing some internal work and coming to the realization of who you are and what you're capable of. There's a difference in that, and then going out into the world and spreading that. So it's easy for me to sit behind a camera and claim I'm a good person and I'm a nice guy and all that. But what the fuck does that really prove? It doesn't prove anything. So now you could ask some people that watch my videos that I have like dialogues with, like in-depth dialogue with. You could ask them, and I prove to them that's me. So I don't need to come on here and make the claim, because I have people that will verify this for me. It's not me saying it. So unless I put in those actions, that wouldn't be the case. So, and another example, I go out of my way to be kind to everyone. I help people. I don't lie either. I don't lie. And I don't do it to be nice. I do it because it's the fucking truth and people needs to know how amazing they are. So I go out of my way to tell people the smallest things like, hey, I like your shoes. Hey, I like your hat. Hey, that's a fucking awesome t-shirt. Hey, I love your hair. Your smile lights up the room. Hey, you're a fucking great person. Do you realize how great you are? And for some reason, people tell me their life stories. And I'm not complaining. I love it. So once I started doing this, people come to me with their problems. People come to me for advice. People come to me, I mean, literally telling me their life story. People I've not even known that long. And I fucking love it. So I just give them advice and point out, hey, you're doing amazing. You don't realize how amazing you're doing, but you are. And you will. Just keep this in your mind, because a little bit later down the road, you're going to realize, oh shit, I did that. If I did not do these things, and prove, I don't need to prove it to anyone. I proved it to myself. But in proving it to myself, I fully understand and realize your thoughts, actions, words have way more impact than you currently can realize right now. And I'm talking to anyone that cares to listen. You don't understand how powerful you are. I think you're starting to see it, but you have zero clue how the scope of it. So this is why this is why actions are very, 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 very important. So let me clarify. By actions, that is what I mean, actions. Just speaking words to people, doing nice things, holding doors for people, being there for them when they need to talk to you. Or face to face, being a shoulder to cry on, being motivational, truthful words that are truth, but motivational, you know? I even make me and my daughter make paintings, like these little painting things you can go buy at Ross or Walmart or Kmart. I don't know if it's, no, Kmart ain't even alive anymore. So Ross and Walmart, I believe, not Ross, Hobby Lobby, my apologies. And I think you can even get it at Five Below too, dude. It's cheap as fuck. And you just get these little clear, canvases, get some paint and paint some stuff on there and put inspirational stuff on there. Like, be kind, love yourself, love others. If you don't put in the actions, this world does not change. I want to be very clear on that. You can change this world pretty fucking drastically up here alone. But you have to be the change you want to be in the world. You have to be the change you want to see, and that requires actions. So, you gotta walk what you talk. And that's the fucking most beautiful part when you're ready. That's the most beautiful part. Walk what you talk. Live what you preach. Make this reality what you dream it to be. All these are entirely possible. A lot more simple than you fully can comprehend at this current time. Let me propose something to you. This world was completely different 3 years ago. Right or wrong. Completely different. I'm talking completely different. A lot can happen in 3 years, correct? So just imagine you're the moon, right? Let's just use this moon analogy here. So let's just say we did what we just did, not even close to being 100%. Do you understand what I'm really saying to you here? So imagine the phases of the moon. We did this shit realistically between 10 and 60%. We've got up to almost 100. Don't get me wrong, but listen to this. It don't stop at 100. Imaginary fucking numbers. It does not stop at 100. So let me ask you this. So let's just say, for argument's sake, right now we're at about 80. We're at about 80% right now. What happens when it goes to 100? Then what happens when you take the dial of this motherfucker and you snap it and you turn it over and over and over and over and over, what happens then? You're about to find out. God damn, man, I love you. I'm so proud of you, dude. I'm so fucking proud of you. You have no clue. So realistically, we've just changed this whole world in less than 3 years. And on average, it was about 40 to 50% the whole way. 40 to 50%. We're just now getting to the 80s. We're just now breaking the 70s and 80s. So while I'm making the claim you're awake, you are. You're awake. The levels of awakeness doesn't stop. The levels of consciousness doesn't stop. The levels of creation doesn't stop. This is eternity, by the way. So imagine you're infinite and you're eternal and you can't go anywhere. You can't die. This is forever. How would you do it? You're already in eternity. This is forever. This is infinite. You just had to wake up. So yes, actions are very important. But I do understand where you're coming from. We don't want to put on an act for anyone. We don't want to prove anything to anyone. But we do want to do what I just said. And that's how we make this heaven. That's how we wake people up. That's how we spread the truth and the light. And that's how we become the way. So it is a game of form and the play of life. I'm literally you talking to you. And this is what we do. Create illusions, have an experience, tell stories, snap out of it, and enjoy your creation. While you're creating, I told you. I told you. And I'm going to keep saying I told you. I'm sorry. I know I said I wouldn't talk shit and I wouldn't say I told you so. But I'm not really going to do that. I like talking shit. Come on, give me a little break. I love you. I did tell you. Repeatedly. I do love you.